Hi, so what I have here is the Rexing V1 Max, and this is a 4K dash cam. And this is their classic. This is the classic 1080p, basically the Rexing original. And what I want to do is actually compare the sizes and give you the differences. So if you look here, the V1 Max is actually considerably bigger. And that's something that I'm actually not looking forward to. So I personally am going to revert back to this classic one because I like my dash cams a little bit more discreet. And for me, it's not about the 4K. So this particular form factor, the 1080p one, also comes with a 4K version. So I will have the links in the description area of this classic size with the 4K, this V1 Max, which is considerably bigger. And this V1 Max also has the Wi-Fi, but so does the 4K one that is the original size. Now, if you look, you could see just how much bigger it is. Now, the main thing I like about the Rexing Classic is its ability to be very adaptable basically to high temperature ranges. So I already know that this is well tested over time. I've been using my Classic for basically 7 years, and it's been you know, very good in a pressure cooker hot temperature situation. So right here you could see how much bigger it is. If I show you the sides, you could see it's almost twice as big, if not a good 80-75% bigger. And then on this other side, what you'll notice is that the mounting is completely different. So one thing that I was hoping for is when I get a Rexing that the mounting is basically interchangeable, that I could take this V1 Max and just hook it in without having to remount or change the sticky. So that is not the case, and I'll show you this here. So the V1 Max comes with 2 of these. And this is the original Rexing, so you can see just how much bigger it is. And the original Rexing now does come with 2 of these, so you can see there's 2 here. But just to give you a comparison size, the mounting is way bigger, and also it's different. So the mounting is actually kind of like this. So when you're hooking it in, you know, it's actually, you know, hooked in a manner like so. I'm trying to get it, and then it clicks from the side. So you could see it removes from the side and clicks from the side, whereas the original is from the top. It shifts from the up and down, versus the mounting from left to right for this V1 Max. Now the other thing you'll notice is obviously the 4K is a lot bigger, the lens, but the thing you'll notice is that the mini USB is on opposite ends. So if I turn this here, right here, actually they're on the same end. This is the power. Now the thing that you'll notice is that this comes under the card. So when you're plugging this particular USB in, what happens is that this wire goes slightly over the card. So it's going to be hard for you to take the card out, because lots of times when you're threading the wire, it actually goes over the windshield. So it's going to be in the up position. And you'll notice it's blocking the USB, the micro USB. So just keep that in mind, that this is the V1 Max. That's one disadvantage of that. Whereas with this Rexing Classic, you know, everything's out of the way. You know, the micro SD card is actually on the other side. The memory card's on the other side. And so when you're putting this, and it's leading up over the windshield and underneath the windshield, underneath the upholstery of the windshield, right? It's not blocking anything. So this is right on the tip, and it's just more natural, and the wires hide better because of that. And once again, that's not the case with this V1 Max. You know, it's right in the middle, so it's blocking the memory card already. And I guess you're not going to necessarily take the memory card out much because this does have the Wi-Fi, so maybe that's their thought process. So those are the main things that I've noticed. You know, and of course you wish this was just interchangeable, that you could just buy this, hook it in with your original mount, because you might just want to upgrade. You know, you're not doing this from scratch, that you might have had the classic and you just want the V1 Max and you want to hook it in and upgrade. So it's just poor design decision that they didn't just make it seamless like that. Now other things it comes with. So the classic comes with this tool for kind of removing, you know, sometimes you have to go underneath the upholstery, stuff like that. So the V1 Max comes with this, and then the classic comes with this. Both of them comes with, you know, a bunch of these plastic stuff. Actually, I find these unnecessary, but if you know, your situation might be different. The other thing is the lens. So the lens, to move this, you actually physically move it like an eyeball. You know, it goes up, you know, it goes down, it goes left, it goes right. I'm not sure I like that. Of course, if you have this a little bit off center, you could kind of, you know, make it a little bit on center. But I find that with these dash cams, it doesn't matter if you have it off center. You know, it still gives you a good view of this situation. Whereas with the classic, you know, you're moving this up and down with this knob. You know, so you're turning this knob like that to move the lens up and down. And this has worked well for me for 7 years. Now, just to go around, so you could see, so I want to put this side by side while I'm going around. So I'm just going to go around the Max. Like so. And then here's the buttons. And then the top, and then the back here. And then, so that's actually the micro USB power, and also the memory card, the micro SD card. And then on this side, I believe this is like a rear dash cam. If you had an extra rear dash cam, that you would hook it up to this. And then that over there is a GPS, if you want to hook it up to the GPS. Of course, notice the vents, you know, so it has like 4 vents. So that's the 4 vents. And then this is the classic. And well, I'll have this here. So the classic has the vents on the top. And what I love about the Rexing is it's time tested, that it doesn't overheat. You know, having one of these for 8 years. See the vents on both sides. You know, so it has adequate cooling. And then the 2 vents in the bottom. And now I want to say that these Rexing, for this Rexing Classic, the other thing I prefer with this Rexing Classic is that it could be powered by a USB-C adapter. So I recently, you know, my brother bought a car that only had the USB-C, and it doesn't have a cigarette lighter or this 12 volt. So what we got is and I'll have all of these wires in the description area, below. But I had to buy a micro USB to a USB-A end, so just a normal USB 16-foot cable. And then I had a USB to USB-C adapter, and that was able to power this Classic. Whereas with this V1 Max, I guess it needs more power, so it was not able to power this V1 Max, you know, via a USB-C. I want to say it's like a 3-volt. You know, so that's one advantage of this Classic, is that it's probably lower powered than this, and this thing's heavy. This thing, I want to say, is almost 4 times heavier than the Classic. So just keep that in mind. You know, when I have my dash cam, I really want it just basic. You know, record the situation, and you know, you can report the situation for insurance purposes. I'm not looking for it to, you know, get a close-up of people's license plates and all of that. You know, that's rarely helpful in most situations. Most situations, you're just getting the scenario or situation you were in that caused the accident. You know, so let's see, that's really it. Let me just pan through, show you all the parts, you know, respectively for these particular ones. But really, that's it. There you go. And I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment area. And, you know, I'll do my best to answer it. All right, that's really it. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.